Hello guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Mesh podcast. Right here we got an okay person with me. I already know her. She be following me around just a little bit. I decided to bring her inside. I guess she's my mother. You know what I'm saying?
This guy.
We got my mother, Christy Gunter, on the Mesh. Welcome. How you feel?
I feel great.
She was actually supposed to be on the Mesh on the first episode, but she wanted to be busy and have a life outside of me, outside of being my mother. We're just gonna introduce my mother. She's a licensed master social worker. Mm-hmm. She's educated. She got her degree. Co-founder of Team Haiti, and talk about that. What is Team Haiti?
Co-founder? Yeah. Team Haiti, teach, empower, equip, and mentor the Haitian women in Haiti. Mm-hmm. We do mentoring. We have a school. We have a bread kitchen. We got bread kitchen stuff in Haiti.
Oh God! I thought the bread from that bread kitchen is really good. When I used to visit, it's so good. Mm-hmm. And she also serves on the Alexis Foundation. Talk about that a little bit.
Alexis Foundation supports the Orphanage Maison d'Enfants to do, the orphanage that you are from. We oversee the orphanage and the day-to-day operations. We help. Because it's Haitian run, we just come along and help them. And then we also help financially. They're very dependent on financially. It takes $15,000 a month to run that orphanage.
Oh, they have a Facebook and Instagram. Yes. If you feel generous, you want to send a little something to my brothers and sisters back in the orphanage. Please do. She's on the board. There you go. School counselor, mother of 4 plus 1. We got my sister-in-law, Shaden. Good, powerful, strong Christian woman right here. Strong. She don't play. All right, Mom. We're going to get straight into it by starting with the Q&A.
Okay.
And
I'm ready.
I honestly don't know what questions are going to come up. First impression when meeting me as a child, as a little kid, as a toddler.
Well, I met you in Haiti. I remember at the orphanage, I would see you, and you're about 6 years old, and you were so funny. People called you Pastor Comique because you used to preach.
Funny and amazing.
You're amazing. You were funny, but you thought
I'll put my eye out.
You were in charge of the orphanage, and I would love to see you just being a leader and being in charge. And you used to always do these flips. Oh, can I tell an embarrassing story?
No, I guess.
You used to pretend like you were a ninja. Power Rangers, that's what it's called. A Power Ranger.
I'm about to cut that out.
No, it's so true.
First of all, the ninjas were, if anybody ever watched
Power
the Rangers.
Well, you used to do that too.
I love the Rangers, bro. I used to always think I was the Red Ranger, bro.
I know, you used to pretend that. And I love to watch you do flips, because back then you could do flips.
Bro, I used to be so flexible. I used to
what happened?
Oh my, I don't know, the weight, the pressure, the stress, the weight on my shoulders.
This guy. That was it.
That was it. It was a good little child meeting me. Yeah. I was 6'7" when she met me.
6.
And the pressure just got me. And I'm like, not as tall. But anyway, next question. Funniest Wilson moment as a kid.
I have a butt. Okay, one of my favorite ones was you were getting in trouble. And Dad called you into our bedroom and he said, do I need to give you a spanking to help you remember not to do this again? You did not even hesitate. You looked at your bottom and you go, he said no. You had your thick accent still. He said no. And Dad and I didn't want to laugh in front of you, so we said, get out. And then we started laughing so hard.
The thick accent is I remember that. I ran away.
He said no.
I was like, I got out. I was telling my brother, I got out of a whooping. He's like, you what? That's so funny. Next question. Was I a difficult child or a menace beyond? Well, I want to hear this. Because I know I was a great child. I was never a menace. I was always law-abiding. I was always chilling. I was always like, yeah.
What? Where are you from? No, are you kidding me? You were a very difficult child.
I was a difficult child.
Yes, you broke everything. You didn't do your schoolwork. You'd sit like this.
Boy, how you gonna take me from Haiti and make me do schoolwork?
I know, that was the problem. You were lazy.
Why she trying to make me an educated man?
No, difficult child.
I thought it was all fun and games.
You're right now. You're all right.
I thought it was all gonna be. No. To be fair, I thought it was all gonna be fun and games when I came to America. I thought it was just all to be a playground, and she out here trying to prepare me for the workforce.
Food, all that you wanted to do.
That's crazy.
I know. I made you go to school. I'm so mean. I made you do chores. I'm so mean. Jeez.
Teach me some valuable life lessons. Can you believe this? Crazy.
Do you remember all the stuff you broke as a kid?
I never broke anything. Next question. The hardest part of being a mom of 4.
The hardest part of being a mom of 4 is just making sure that you're equally there for each of your kids when they need you. Making sure you have enough time for all of them equally.
true. I think she did a pretty good job of it. To be fair, I think she could have spent less time on the girls, more time on me.
You need lots of time.
I feel like it did go that way. I did need a lot of help, bro.
You need lots of help.
I was really a bad little kid when I first came to America. I'm not gonna lie. I had
you gave me lots of gray hair.
Lots of gray hair. You gave me a few too. My hair be
that's because you deserved it.
I'm gonna start balding in the next few months. I just know it.
You deserve it.
Okay. Anyways, what's something people don't know about you?
Oh, this is embarrassing. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm kind of high maintenance. I don't want to be known as high maintenance.
She doesn't like her food touches.
I don't like my food touching at all.
She be packing. She be cleaning like.
I'm more high maintenance than I'd like to admit.
Like she be cleaning crazy. She's like a germaphobe.
No, I'm not a germaphobe.
She hates gum.
Oh, I do hate gum. I hate cinnamon and gum. Oh, and mint.
She hates mint. Watermelon.
Ooh.
Can't stand it.
Ooh, can't stand the smell.
She just doesn't like a whole lot of things, and she's very OCD. She's a type A.
OCD.
She's a type A person.
I'm not type A.
You are type A.
No.
And I'm a type B version.
I am not.
She likes
type
everything
A.
organized.
That is not
She
true.
likes everything structured.
No, that's your
She has
father.
a planner. She has a Google Calendar.
No, I do have Google Calendar.
She has everything
I do have
mapped
Google
out.
Calendar.
I had to schedule this podcast with her. And then she bailed out like 3 times because she had something going on. I had to send her a whole word script of all of the questions coming in. She literally edited this before we started recording.
You're just going to ask me on. That's not even true. What is wrong with you?
Hey, I'm just telling you
throw
how
me
it was.
under the bus. That's not even true.
I'm just telling you how it was. The craziest thing you've ever experienced in Haiti, actually. I want to hear this.
I have several really crazy stories.
Okay, you got to tell me at least 2.
Oh, I do have at least 2. One of the one was we were sitting in traffic. I don't remember, we had to go somewhere, but I was so mad because the traffic was so thick and people were it was just dumb. People just needed to take turns. They weren't taking turns. I got out of the car and I directed traffic for all.
Oh my gosh. I remember that.
The whole intersection.
Oh my, I'm going to go.
I was telling the UN where to go. I was telling the UN. And
she was out of her mind.
The police were listening to me. The UN were listening to me. I directed traffic. And I got his movie.
They were carrying like AKs on their shoulders. And he come this little 5'3".
5'2".
5'2", my bad. Woman, white lady in a third world country, right?
Fourth world.
In the middle of traffic.
It made me mad.
And she's just like directing traffic. I looked at her. Because I didn't think she was serious. I saw her getting out. But I was there. And I remember that.
Another crazy Haiti story. The girls were with me. It was me and the girls. We were in Haiti. And this man... We rented.
I remember this.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. We are renting our property from this man.
Yes.
And anyway, it wasn't going well. And anyway, we ended up winning a lawsuit because of this man. And he came to the orphanage and he made me mad because he kept coming to the orphanage and he put an injunction on the bakery. He wanted to pause the bakery. He just had pushed my button that day. Here he comes in, this man comes in. He brings this huge group of Haitians with him. Huge group. Probably 30 people at least. And I got mad. My blood started boiling. I started getting hot on the inside. Mm-hmm. And I went out there and I started screaming at him in Creole. And I told him to get out of the orphanage, get out of our property. And I started doing this. And there were gang members there.
They were gang members. They were literally the Bloods, bro. They're all wearing red. I think they were wearing red. Started yelling at them, my mouth, and I scared everybody, and I ended up getting, with my mouth, yelling at them, all 30 plus people, I shooed them out of the orphanage and got them out. And then this one guy, he definitely looked like a gangster. He walked up to me and he said it in English. He goes, "Do you know who you're dealing with?" I said, "No, I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care who anybody is. Get out of my orphanage now." I started screaming and I got them all out. She started screaming.
And so then the security guards were shaking. Everybody was shaking. And then a bunch of the staff came up to me afterwards. They were like,
this is why we don't like when she goes to Haiti by herself, bro.
Do you know who that was? And I said, no, and I don't care. They're like, he's a really bad gangster. Guess what? I had to go into hiding for like 3 days.
Yes.
I had to lay down in the back of the van when we were driving so no one would see me because apparently I made them mad. But hey, he didn't put the injunction on. We have to pay $1,000 for the
We almost lost my mother just because she want to be going crazy in front of gangsters. So it was me in front
of 30 plus Haitians screaming this. I mean, even though we had security guards, they were kind of standing there scared, so I just took over and put everybody in place.
We said him to go to Haiti, bro.
He didn't come back, so which is good. He didn't put my $1,000 injunction on me. So we're good.
I'm scared of being in Haiti. And look at me, I'm Haitian.
I'm not scared.
These are my people, as you can tell.
They're my people too.
She thinks they're the. She
people.
thinks she looks just like me, and I wouldn't even dare talk to no Haitian like that, bro.
They are my people.
Haitians they be about it. You ever go to Florida? They're about it. Oh, last question for the Q&A segment. Okay. Your proudest mom moment.
I would say my proudest mom moments are now that my kids are older, that you guys are choosing to be friends.
Really? Actually, let me talk about that.
That makes me no. Seriously.
That is a good proud mom moment because I don't know how.
But
I even mess with these dudes for real, but we low key vibe for real.
For real.
They were ops growing up with my siblings.
Y'all chosen to be friends as adults.
It's so crazy how we started out like 11 years ago. All three of them did not like me they liked me when I was in Haiti.
They did.
They liked me when I was in Haiti.
Because you were a menace when you got here.
Like
you were breaking things. Right. You broke all the rules. You tried to get out of chores. You made them do your chores for you.
Okay.
You would remember the sticks that we had. We had chores on sticks, and you would hide them.
I'm a businessman. I'm a creative thinker. I'm an entrepreneur. I like to conquer.
You're lazy. You don't want to do your chores.
You just said the same thing I just said, but like in Spanish. But anyways. We came a long way. Me and my siblings, we grew up bickering. My brother...
Just for a little while.
Me and my brother, for a little while, we're not the bestest of friends. And then, now we're the bestest of friends. It was the same way with my sisters. Now we're like this. Yeah, took Faith a minute to come around, though. Faith was...
Don't be up on Faith.
When I get her on this podcast, we're going to be talking about this. Now we're entering our like game segment where I'm going to be asking who's more likely, mom versus me, and
I'm ready.
We're gonna talk about everything.
I'm ready.
Who's more likely to cry at a movie?
Ding ding ding
her.
ding ding.
Definitely her. Definitely me. She like those more heartthrob movies. Those she also likes.
I like crime movies. If it's a crime movie, I'm in.
She's
crime
a crime
podcast. Yes.
Junkie.
Yes.
If we start another podcast, we should do like a crime.
Oh, I'm in.
We do a crime podcast. Like she'd go to sleep listening to true crime.
Yes.
That's weird.
No, it's
Isn't
not
that weird? Isn't that like serial killer vibes? Or am I tripping?
No, I don't have serial killer. I don't have those. I would know because I listen to every episode of every crime. I know. I sleep to that. It's weird. I don't dream about it either.
That's weird. Mm-hmm. I would not go to sleep after I would not go to sleep. Next question. Who's more likely to forget a birthday?
Do we even have to answer this question?
That is me, actually. I'm more likely.
You don't even know what the days of the week are. You're wearing pajama pants.
Here she go trying to score, bro. I got her in a podcast, and she's flaming me, bro.
You don't even know what today is.
Who's more likely to forget?
I have to tell you your schedule. Wilson, we have to do this tomorrow. We have to do this day. I have to remind you because you forget.
Where our family works, I think this is how every family works. Mom and dad just like text somebody, like a family member's birthday or a friend's birthday.
Don't out us out.
They be like, oh, it's this person's birthday.
You're outing yourself out.
And me, I might always plan the call. Sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I forget.
You're outing yourself out. So I did miss
a few birthdays. I'm sorry, Uncle Dan.
You're outing yourself out.
And Skyland. And a few other people I didn't wish happy birthday. I love you. But I remember, actually, I do remember one case.
Do you remember when my birthday is? That's all that matters. Yeah. When's my birthday? Guess. Go. When's my birthday? Go. Name. When's my birthday? Come on.
November.
Oh, ding, 18th. Ding, ding. Yes!
November 18th.
You have a good job.
That's
yeah, when's dad?
October 18th.
Yeah.
Also, the wedding's on the 18th, so it makes it easier.
What month?
December.
There you go. Okay.
It's also
not bad.
18. Son. It makes it easier. 18. I pay attention. Boy, they don't think I pay attention. All they do is just think I sleep and just eat their food, which is most of the things I do.
That is what you do.
But like,
that is exactly what you do.
I be noticing every now and then, I be noticing. Okay, actually, hold on. One more thing. That's one time I think my mom ever forgot a birthday. Well, she didn't forget the birthday. She forgot to take Caleb to a birthday party because we were living in that apartment. Remember? That's what.
Take Caleb to a birthday
you forgot to take her to a birthday party.
Him, Caleb?
That's the only time I've ever seen my mom ever forget like an event like that. And after that, she never did it again.
Oh,
it was a complete accident.
Did you write your birthday down wrong sometime?
Yes.
On like a doctor form?
On doctor form, I think this was like the era of life where we never knew my actual birthday.
No, we knew your birthday. Confused. I just always put it
I never knew my birthday for like 3-4 years till I came here until like every September hit. I got a cheesecake. Because I'm not the type to be worried about my birthday like that.
Well, it's just also part of the culture, the Haitian culture. Yeah.
We really.
Remember, I flew to Haiti.
She flew to Haiti and got me. Yeah, she got me
your very first ever birthday.
I had a whole cake.
I got you a cake and had a little.
Was it pizza? We went to Epidor.
Yeah, I got you a cake from Epidor, and it said "Happy Birthday, Wilson." That was your first ever birthday cake. You were probably 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So I flew to Haiti just for your birthday.
Aw.
Because I wanted you, and I surprised
nice
you.
woman.
I surprised you.
Okay, next one.
Be nice to me.
I'm trying. Okay. Who's more likely to win an argument? Well, you already know how that's going, bro.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
I tried. I've actually been the kid that actually spoken out the most.
That's true. You have been.
The most outspoken child in our family. But I've never won an argument. But I've tried.
You won't.
I fought a lot of wars. I'm a well-trained warrior.
You won't win. Not with me.
Watch out. I've not won. So let's move on from that. Who's more likely to dance at a party? Both of us.
Oh, both of us.
Actually, we have a video. I'm going to see if I can find it. We have a bunch of videos like when we were in the cruise like just a few days ago. We were in the club just dancing. She was hitting the Cupid shuffle, all the line dancing. Oh, both of us. We be dancing. I have a lot of videos.
Both of us. Yeah.
Okay. Who's more likely to adopt another kid?
Oh, not me. I'm done.
Both of us. Actually, me. I will.
I'm done.
She's done. But every now and then she sees like a little black kid or like a little baby. She's like, Brian, can we adopt him? Dad. You know, she asked my dad if we can adopt. But yeah, I'm gonna adopt a kid. I don't know from where. It might not be from Haiti, honestly. I don't know. Wherever it goes.
It's a lot easier because you're Haitian to adopt from Haiti.
Okay. I might do that, but I definitely want to adopt at least one kid. Just one kid.
Hold on. Let's just have this moment. That's very sweet. Thank you. It makes my heart very happy.
I told her this before, but I feel like this is the reaction I get every time I tell her.
No,
she's gonna forget next month. But yes,
probably.
We're wrapping up, and we got one more question for my Creedy. If you guys don't know what Creedy means, is the name that I call her. It's my nickname that I call her.
Where did that come from? Where did even Creedy come from?
I used to always say her phone name as a joke every now and then when she would not pay attention because she'd be on that phone locking in on Facebook. I'd be like, Creedy, Creedy, Christy, Creedy. I like that, Creedy, because I can't call her Christy because that's life for me. That's raps.
Yes, it
is.
And
I call my dad B-Ride, and I spell it CRIT-TY for Creedy, and then B-Ride the same way, but B-R-I. B-R-I. And that's all my kids are. All my kids are going to be calling her that, everybody. So her grandkids are going to call her Creedy. And she's going to be fine with that. She loves it. That's great. One more question for Creedy. You guys are going to love this. Anybody who wants adoption, this is the question. Creedy, mom, for anyone considering adoption or service worker, what do you have for them? What advice do you have for them?
I would say, let's do the adoption question. If anyone is looking to adopt, I would say that people need to understand that it's hard, right? It was hard, right? Because it's hard for both of us, wasn't it? It's hard. It is hard work. Hard for you, right? Because you were 10 and a half and you were leaving a country that you've lived in your whole life. You spoke a little bit of English. You had no idea what it was like. So it was hard for you leaving everything that you knew, everything, and coming to different countries. That's international adoption for sure. But even foster care, or even in America, you're leaving, and there's trauma that's associated. There's a whole lot associated with that trauma and a whole different life, and you're being taken from one family to a different family, and it's hard for adjusting as a family, right? It's hard for the other kids to adjust. We had a lot to work with for you.
Oh, she always try to score.
You have to understand when you go into this that it's difficult. It's not easy, but it's so worth it. It is worth the hard work. It is worth everything, the effort and the time that we put in. It's totally worth it, but it's hard, and you can't do anything. So as for me, I couldn't do it selfishly. It wasn't about fulfilling my needs. Right, it wasn't feeling about what made me happy. It was about serving you, serving our family. It's about giving.
You really got to make sure you're doing it because you love it. Like
that's
you love
the right reason, right?
The right reason,
that's
like you love. Right. You want a family. You want somebody to love. You want.
I feel like you need to be called to it, right?
You have to be called to it because it's a hard process.
You have to be called to it. It's not something. It's something that you really have to take into consideration and work really hard. And as far as the second question too was serving, I think that's what it comes down to. I think nothing is about me. It's about giving to other people, helping people, doing whatever I can to serve people, for other people, to help them in whatever they need. I love helping and serving and giving back to other people.
That's awesome. I've witnessed this like 11 years of my life, so I can attest to this. Ever since in Haiti. She's on the board. She does all of this stuff. She's a counselor here. Literally, her whole life is directed to helping people and being a service to people. I've literally seen them start churches in Haiti. You started that whole women's thing I used to go to that, the women's retreat.
Women's conference. And I noticed that the women in Haiti, the first time I went to this first conference, the Pastor Pierre started a group of women came because they didn't have anything for women. And it killed me. It broke my heart because I saw women walk miles and miles for hours just to come hear me speak. And I got up there and spoke, and I thought I did a horrible job. I was so embarrassed. I thought I did terrible. And I looked at Pierre and I said, I promise I'm going to make this better next year. And so then next year, the second year, I brought all my friends back. I brought friends back and different people, and we started this whole women's conference where we had 50 Haitian women from different churches, 2 or 3 different women from churches, and we did crafts, because the women, they don't get that opportunity. We did speaking,
they
we did
loved
crafts,
the smiles.
we did singing,
oh my gosh!
And we started as I built trust with them, I started doing deeper work, emotional and physical and mental work with them. As that was one of my favorite things at starting that women's conference.
That was awesome. I witnessed that too, because this was, I think I went to before I came to America, and I went to another one after I came to America.
But that was that was a year later. We took you back to Haiti for the first time.
Did I go one? I went twice.
Yeah, because you went with me while you were still in Haiti.
But then
and then we brought you home in the end of December, and then I took you back 1 year later to go see.
I remember that. The smiles the ladies have was amazing. It was great. It was my favorite. It was a great time for sure.
It's my favorite.
And
I had always had great friends with me that we would take a big group.
Amazing.
And we worked together and did such a great job. It was just awesome.
But anyways, today I'm gonna have her shout out Team Haiti and the Alexis Foundation.
Yes.
There will be a link. And also, you can just go to their Instagram, Facebook. They have links if you want to make a donation. Or just look at the kids and just, like, comment, shout out, share the page. It will be there.
Just so you guys know, right? Our Instagram and Facebook pages are kind of old just because there's a lot of violence still happening in Haiti. We're trying to protect the orphanage. So some of our pictures and stuff are pretty outdated, and that's just for protection of the orphanage. But those 2 organizations are so dear to my heart. Team Haiti, we run the school. We have 54 kids in the orphanage, and we put 54 kids in school because it's safe, and we have teachers and great curriculum. In our bread kitchen helps our kids get fresh bread every day and peanut butter. One of the teachers' wives make peanut butter for the bread. It's so good. So
Haitian peanut butter.
They get nourishment, and then it's also a way for us to help the orphanage earn some income, right? And then Alexis Foundation is the organization that oversees, they're the ones who started the orphanage back in the year 2000. That's been around since 2000. And so kind of oversee financially and helping. And it's Haitian run. We let the orphanage director, assistant orphanage director run the orphanage. We're just their support team. However, we can support them and offer them advice and financial, because it takes about $15,000 a month to run the orphanage. Yes. And we solely rely on donations. And also school, it takes about $2,000 a month to run the school, and we solely rely on donations. We have to have donations in order to keep things going.
If you guys want to help out, or just
that would be awesome.
Share.
Even $5 a month makes a difference.
Feel free there. We'll be all there.
Supporting your friends. Hey, because your friends are still there.
I still have friends that are still there. Oh my God. Actually, I have friends that were there before me that are still there. Yeah. I have friends who work at the orphanage that used to be orphans there.
Well, and I just got the boys at transition home. The boys at your age. I just rented a house for them.
They were there with me. I think they were the last 3 people that are still there at my group. I know there's more.
No, there's a lot.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more. And we just opened a home.
I want to wrap it up by saying thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, son.
So much for being on the podcast.
You're welcome, son.
Can't wait to have you back, hopefully the next season.
Are you going to have me back?
Love you so much.
I love you. I'm proud of you, son.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.